All right, on the Republican side, still trying to come to grips with the fact that Donald Trump can't get knocked off his lead horse is the establishment Republicans. And Jeb Bush is making the horrible mistake of constantly reliving and trying to rebuild the reputation of his brother. Now, the fact of the matter is we were hit on September 11th, 2001. And on August 6th, the presidential daily briefing, August 6, 2001, the Bush administration was warned by counterintelligence agents that terrorists wanted to hijack commercial airlines and fly them into buildings in the United States. We didn't shut down any airports. We didn't add any security. We didn't do any surveillance. We didn't do anything. We just waited for it to happen. In fact, I was in Washington on September 11th, 2001. I was outside Capitol Police headquarters. The first U.S. Senator I talked to was Richard Shelby from Alabama. I put a microphone in front of him right after the attack. I said, "Senator, what do you know?" And he said to me, "We knew we were going to get hit. We just didn't know when." My jaw dropped. He says, "We're going to hunt them down like dogs because that's what they are." Well, it took a long time to do that, and finally it was Obama who got bin Laden. The fact of the matter is that if this country knew it was going to get hit, why didn't we protect the country? Now, if Jeb Bush on his campaign wants to get involved in conversation like that, have at it. But the fact of the matter is that there's one candidate out there, and it's Donald Trump, and he's sick and tired of hearing about how the Bushes are doing history revisionism and reminding us that George W. Bush kept us safe. Well, what is any president supposed to do? The fact is we were hit on their watch. Here's Trump responding to it.
I think I'm much more competent than all of them. When you talk about George Bush, I mean, say what you want. The World Trade Center came down during his time. If you look
Hold
at
on, you can't blame George Bush for that.
He was president, okay? Don't blame him or don't blame him, but he was president. The World Trade Center came down during his reign.
I think you can blame Bush. Absolutely. The question is, why didn't he respond to his own intelligence community when he was told on August 6, 2001, that terrorists wanted to hijack commercial airlines and fly them into buildings? And then that's exactly what happened a month later. So who shoulders the blame for any of this? The counterintelligence people, the intelligence community for not telling the administration? No, the administration was told. So here comes Jeb Bush trying to mop up his brother's reputation, and this is not a winning strategy in a campaign. Here it is.
Look, my brother responded to a crisis, and he did it as you would hope a president would do. He united the country, he organized our country, and he kept us safe. And there's no denying that. The great majority of Americans believe that, and I don't know why he keeps bringing this up. It doesn't show that he's a serious person as it relates to being commander-in-chief and being the architect of a foreign policy. Across the spectrum of foreign policy, Mr. Trump talks about things that as though he's still on The Apprentice. I mean, literally talking about Syria, saying ISIS should take out Assad, then Russia should take out ISIS, as though it was some kind of board game.
Well, it's not a board game. And the fact is that Trump is now saying that if he is president, his immigration policy would have prevented what happened to this country.
I am extremely, extremely tough on illegal immigration. I'm extremely tough on people coming into this country. I believe that if I were running things, I doubt those that those people would have been in the country. So there is a good chance that those people would not have been in our country. With that being said, I'm not blaming George Bush, but I don't want Jeb Bush to say my brother kept us safe, because September 11th was one of the worst days in the history of this country.
I think that plays to fair-minded Americans. I do. I think that the American people recognize that mistakes were made in our intelligence community and by the administration for not keeping us safe. And if you want to count the Bush administration starting on September 12th to the end of the time of when he got out, yeah. And look how many trillions of dollars we put into protecting this country. The fact is, this is an argument that Jeb Bush is never going to win. This is certainly an opportunity for Donald Trump to not only talk about the country being hit, but what he would have done to prevent it. And he connected it to immigration. The guy's got phenomenal media moxie. He knows what to do and how to do it, and I think he plays to the common sense of a lot of Americans. This is Ed Schultz, News and Commentary. These polls aren't going to change anytime soon, as Trump knows how to play these jokers. We're back tomorrow.